Right, welcome back to the Back of the Van podcast. I'm your host, Charlie Wallen, of course, co-host Jack Dooley, and today I've got a very special guest, Khalil Everage. Khalil, thank you for joining us.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing, man?
Brilliant. So I'll get off the bat then. What I want to know really is your Netflix film Beat. I was a big fan of that movie. I really want to know how did that movie come about for yourself, and talk to me about the auditioning process.
Well, I had a long audition process for that. It took me over a year to book it. Honestly, it took me over a year to book it. And you want to hear the whole story
Yeah,
of how?
give me it all.
Want the whole story? All right. Well, I auditioned for it in January of 2017. Got down to the last round audition in about May, and it was between me and these two other guys, and they wanted to find two roles out of the three of us. At the end of that audition, it was like an 8-hour long audition. At the end of that audition, they said, "We're scrapping this. We don't want any three of you. We don't want neither of you guys. Scrap this and wait till next year to redo it." So a year went by. I re-auditioned for it 2018, around March 2018, and I went in for it one time, and this guy named Bob Title, he really loved me. He's real cool people. He's the guy who gave me my first chance. Bob Title, he said, "Yeah, I want you to do this movie for me." You know?
Brilliant. What is it like at such a young age, like getting like your first main role, and it's on Netflix as well, like a Netflix film? How do you soak that in?
It's unbelievable. I tell a lot of people, like, when I was a kid, I didn't really have, the biggest dreams. A lot of kids, they big dreamers. I wasn't a big dreamer as a kid. I wanted to work at Foot Locker and have all the shoes in the world. Yeah, that was my biggest dreams, have all the shoes in the world. So just like, especially where I'm from, a lot of people, are not doing stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? So it was just real cool to, do something a lot different, and something on a huge platform that a lot of people are not doing, that look like me or is from where I'm from. So it's awesome.
Definitely. What sort of shoes are you rocking then? I know you're a shoe guy. You just said you wanted to work for Foot Locker. What sort of shoes are you rocking?
Right now, I'm big on the Crocs. I'm a big Croc guy. I'll show you guys some of the heat, man. I just bought 2 pairs of Crocs.
Yeah, you can't beat Crocs, especially if it's in the sand. They're spot on.
Facts. Let me see. I just bought these.
Oh, sweet.
Chinatown Market Crocs. Then I just bought the Post Malone Crocs.
I like them.
So those are 2 shoes I bought last week.
That's awesome, to be fair. I mean, I can imagine then if a sort of a shoe, I can't imagine how a shoe thing would come about, but I thought sort of a shoe film or sort of something about like shoes or clothing or something designer. I think you'd be straight into that, wouldn't you?
I would love to do something like that. A show about some shoes or some clothes or something. I would love to do a show like that for sure.
I like your style. I have to say. I'm interested to know. Obviously, you are pretty young still. What is the best piece of advice you received coming up as an actor?
Coming up as an actor, just being nice to everybody. Like, I feel like that was the biggest thing that I learned from day one, is that every successful actor that I know that I've worked with, they just nice and they know people. This is what really, really hit me, is when I was doing the movie with Anthony Anderson. He's the guy of Blackish. And we were probably 2 weeks into filming. He knew every single camera guy's name. Mm-hmm. Every single cameraman's name. Was like 4 of them. He knew all of their names. And I was just looking like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're a big time guy. You know what I'm saying? You were just on a show 2 weeks ago before you came to here. Now you're on this show and all the cameraman's names. Like, and just being nice and real friendly with people, you know what I'm saying? That really goes a long way. And people see that, you know what I'm saying? And the biggest thing is people don't want to work with anybody that's not a cool person. It's not, fun to be around. So just being a good person, you know what I'm saying? That's probably the biggest advice that I've got about being an actor. Yeah, about not even just being an actor, but just being in the industry, period.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, being like a human being, like sort of in like good morals, good. I don't know if you've seen actually the Olympics. Usain Bolt. There was a video actually of him like when he used to like fist bump like the people who hold the flags and stuff, and just giving that little bit of support to like the people that don't get enough recognition. Like I see like,
because none of this would be able to happen if it wasn't for them. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't look good if it wasn't for the makeup team and the hair team. You know, I wouldn't sound good if it wasn't for the sound team. You know what I'm saying? Like, is everybody plays a part in making something big.
One question I do have about the Beats film is, what is your favorite scene that you thought you really acted really well and you really brought everything out as an actor? I'll tell you my favorite one before you answer. When the guy comes in, who's trying to recruit you, and you start like, having like the panic attack because obviously your sister's just been shot. So you're having a panic attack against the window and stuff. And I thought that was some tremendous acting. Like, you brought all the emotions out. What's your sort of favorite scene from that?
I think that really got to show a lot of my skills. The scene at the end when I'm about to get a record deal. And I run out, and then I go to the place where my sister was killed at. And yeah, I just remember I remember doing it and being like, bro, this could be dope. I'm killing this shit. I'm like, I'm killing this right now. Like, I don't know. I think that was the one time as an actor I was like, because I had been practicing those lines for so long, so everything was just coming out very natural, and my emotions were coming out very natural. It was one more scene. And it was a scene I wasn't even supposed to cry for. And he just wanted it. My director, his name is Chris Robinson, dope guy. He just said, you know, this is a simple scene. You know what I'm saying? It's just where I'm hitting the thing, and it's just playing my sister's voice over and over again. And one tear drops. Oh. Then the one little tear just comes down. I was like, oh, I'm killing this shit right now. I'm killing this. But yeah.
That must be great. I mean, that's sort of that sort of thing myself when I do an interview, and like you come off it, you just know, don't you, as an actor, when you've done a really good scene, you can just, I think you can just feel it.
And you know when you're doing a bad job too. Sometimes I want to be like, cut. Sometimes I'll be doing scenes because you know in Cobra Kai I don't have as big of a part. So you know, I might have one or two lines, and if I don't say them one or two lines, I'll be like, let's do it again. Let's do one more time.
Brilliant.
But yeah, as an actor, you definitely know when you're doing a good job, and what you really know about it. Wait, because if you're doing a good job, you're going to bring up the person that's next to you. You know what I'm saying? You're going to make the person that you're doing the scene with better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like sort of so you're saying like sort of like say just for example like Gianni say as a bat does really well his piece. Does that sort of give you confidence as an actor?
For sure.
Next year, like, we're gonna nail this.
Gianni be having all these like tongue twisters and stuff. I don't know how he does it. They be giving him long like tongue twistery lines. I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, very very good actor, very good actor.
But yeah, he's a very good actor, and it's very easy to bounce off him. Yeah. Everybody on the show really good actors. It's very easy to bounce off each other.
Yeah, you definitely get that morale back. You all really do get on. Like I was watching Joe Lamarijuano on Instagram Live yesterday with a Latino platform, and he was saying like you're all like just family. Like when you're together, you all are like a family as a cast, and there's not really anybody you can name that's not really part of that sort of clique. Everyone's just so together.
That's still with us. That's still with us. Let's just say that.
Brilliant.
That's still part of the show.
Love it.
Everybody on the show right now is really cool people.
How have you managed that with quarantine? Like really keeping that chemistry? Because obviously you have been out in Atlanta filming. How have you kept that with the sort of the cast? Because obviously the COVID regulations. Are you being tested every day? How is it sort of working over there at the minute?
Well, with COVID, we get tested 3 times a week. But as far as just keeping the chemistry, you know, they all live in LA.
Oh yeah, California.
You know, I live in Chicago, miles and miles and miles away. But they all live, you know, 30, 45 minutes tops from each other. So they see each other all the time. But when I go out there, I go out to LA 2-3 times a year and I see them, you know what I'm saying? I saw them twice during quarantine. I went out to LA right before we got started in December, and Sholo, Jacob, and Peyton, they pulled up on me. So, you know, we family. So if one of us, if they ever in Chicago, you know what I'm saying? So
love it, yeah. Love it. As a cast, then, if you have got that sort of vibe, or like you say, outside of filming, and you're hanging out and stuff, does that make it easier when you are like shooting and stuff for the chemistry on screen?
Man, it make it harder, if anything, because there'd be too many jokes going on and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, Jacob is, because Jacob, he can fall into character, like, you know what I'm saying, like this. But like, I can break character like this, though. Me, I break character like this. So like, if the camera's pointing at me and he's behind the camera saying his lines, he'll be like, or do something real silly. And I'm just like, bro, chill, try to work, chill, bro. but yeah, definitely working with them making me a much better actor for sure.
Amazing.
Well, since you've been in the show, who would you say is someone who you've taken to quickly? Has there been anyone who you sort of clicked with as soon as you got there, or was it just everybody?
I don't really remember from season 2 because I came season 2.
That was filmed in 2018, one. That's quite a while ago, actually.
Yeah, it was in 2018. Yeah. I don't even remember, honestly.
I can remember
all of us. After the first day shooting, we all went to because Jacob and Shola, they've been staying together since season 2. So after the first day, after we first met each other, the first night, we all went to me and Aiden. Well, it was just me and Aiden. We went to Shola and Jacob's house.
Yeah. Brilliant. I love it. Just before we sort of get into all the Cobra Kai stuff, just off beats quickly. Obviously, you received quite a bit of notoriety from that. You had a lot of press and stuff, media. How did you manage that from going some sort of nothing before that to now a load of people wanting to speak to you, a load of people in your DMs and stuff? How do you manage that?
It wasn't that hard. It was actually hard for a lot of people to find me. That was the biggest thing. Like it was people DMing me like, "Is this the real you? Is this the real you?" Still people that DM me, like, "Is this the real you?" But you know, it's not too crazy. You know, it's not too crazy.
So you keep that same mentality of staying humble about it. Sorry to cut you off there, but
yeah. Nah, especially because I got my hair cut. Like, people don't really recognize me.
Yeah,
I got my hair cut now, so people don't really recognize me. But it definitely was cool though. You know, if I'm on a date or something with a girl, you know what I'm saying, and somebody walks up to the table like, "Let me take a picture with you," you know what I'm saying? That's real.
Yeah. I can imagine that is. I can imagine. Just on the Cobra Kai then. How was you a fan of it before you were auditioned for it? Have you watched the Karate Kids before that, or was it something you watched after your audition?
It's something I watched after. I didn't even know, because, you know, it was on YouTube. It wasn't a big show. It just became a huge show when it hit Netflix in, what was that, December or something like that?
Yeah, like August 2020, I think, around that.
Yeah. So it just got big when it hit Netflix, because it wasn't that big of a show when it was on YouTube. So now I hadn't even heard of it. Like, even like when I auditioned for it and season 1 was already out, it was hard to look up stuff from season 1. Like, I had to pay for a whole bunch of stuff just to try to watch it. You know what I'm saying? But now it's a great show.
Yeah, for sure. It's good. It's good to see it now getting the limelight and the like sort of spotlight it deserves. Like, no bash on YouTube, but it just wasn't the right place to be on YouTube. It was always like a Netflix or Amazon Prime sort of show, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
That episodic sort of series. Auditioning process, was that a long phase for you getting the part of Chris? Did you apply for any other roles?
It's the exact opposite. I auditioned for it beginning of the week, probably like Wednesday. They told me to flip characters, because I auditioned for Mitch at first, and then they had me audition for Chris. And it was the same lines. I just had to say the other person's lines. But yeah, and then that Friday they were like, "Yeah, you got it. Fly out to Atlanta tomorrow." So I had to leave school and just and get all my stuff together and fly out the next day.
Was anybody at your school sort of watching the show at the time?
Nobody was watching the show at the time. That's crazy. Like, everybody that from my because I graduated. I graduated a little after I was supposed to. But my graduating class was in 2019. I was supposed to graduate in 2019. So the show wasn't very popular when I was in high school.
I bet it's a really good flex now, though, isn't it?
You say what?
I bet it's a really good flex now, though, isn't it? As like an actor, and to your friends and stuff, like Cobra Kai, it's huge. Everyone knows what it is now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just on season 2, your first season, obviously. What was one of your favorite shooting days or scenes you filmed in and amongst that?
From season 2 was probably the cement scene. That was really fun. Probably because we were like throwing cement at each other. That was fun. And then the mall scene. Like I remember that. My stunt double is kind of funny because like my stunt double is in a lot of the mall fight scene. Like it's a lot of stunt double, not me. Because like I was just walking around the mall, they're like, Khalil, come on, I had to run the set. Oh, we already did it with your stunt. Oh, damn, okay.
How did that cement truck work? Was it actually you pushing the thing, or what? How did that actually work, like shooting wise? What was it?
No, it was actually something that they built. They built this huge little tank that just revolved when they pressed the button. So they just made it go faster and slower as we pushed it.
That's brilliant. Just after you got the part of Chris on Cobra Kai, did you said you went back and watched like Cobra Kai series, and did you watch the Karate Kids as well after that?
I didn't watch Karate Kid till quarantine.
Oh,
I didn't watch Karate Kid until I watched all three during quarantine.
Oh well, what were your thoughts on them?
Huh?
What were your thoughts on them after watching them?
Wait, say that one more time.
What were your thoughts on them after watching them?
It connected a lot of dots on the show. The show connected a lot of dots that I didn't know needed to be connected in the show.
Who was your favorite character out of the films?
Probably Kreese.
Yeah, good choice. Probably be Silver for me. Probably Silver.
Silver's hilarious.
Yeah, just a total nut. With like you and Aiden, obviously you joined at the same point, Aiden Minks.
Yeah.
Is that something the chemistry on TV? Is that like something like because there is like when you first joined, like you can really tell there was some chemistry there. Is that something you developed offset as well?
Chemistry, nah. From day one, we didn't even know each other, but our first scene was good. You know what I'm saying? From day one, I think we just our voices and our just energy towards each other, which is good. You know what I'm saying? We were bouncing off each other pretty good, and I feel like that's probably the main reason why I'm still on the show is because of my chemistry with Aiden and our dynamics. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with like Owen and Nate. Like their dynamic kind of cool.
Yeah, everyone loves Bert.
Going back to you, as an actor, and you're obviously passionate about your acting and your music as well. Is there any? We'll start with your acting. Is there any actors that you look up to or inspired to be like? And then the same question, but for musicians.
Man, all the actors I worked with. You know what I'm saying? I can't really speak for a lot of the actors that I've not worked with, but honestly, like the actors I worked with, and it was a guy from high school that I looked at because I went to art high school, and there was a guy named Freedom Martin. What? When I tell you this guy studied so much, he never been in anything. He's never been in anything, but he's just a guy that I really look up to because like he really knows his stuff. You know what I'm saying? He really works hard. So just people that work hard, I look up to anybody that works hard, any hard workers, and any nice people. I look up to. So, you know, yeah, sure. I wouldn't say any just specific actor that I like watching is somebody I look up to, but a lot of the actors that I've worked with, I look up to them.
Brilliant. What is the sort of training regimen like for you on Cobra Kai? Did you have any martial art experience before, and do you have some now?
I do. I have a little bit just from practicing on my own, and we do train every once in a while. The series regulars, they do training every day, but I just have training when I have a scene coming up. Like if I have a scene coming up, then they have me train and learn the choreography and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've seen that you posted about Israel Adesanya on your story a few weeks ago. Do you watch a bit of MMA?
Oh yeah, we were watching it on Jacob's birthday. We were watching the fight. We were all watching the fight on his birthday. He just lost against who did he lose again?
Blachowicz.
Yeah, big guy, huge guy. I don't know why he took that fight.
Yeah, it was a crazy one because like you could see as soon as the wrestling was implemented, he had no idea what to do on his back.
Yeah, it's too big. You can't. It's nothing you can do when somebody, a whole bunch more pounds and a whole bunch of more. Like he's just more, you know what I'm saying, just more buffer and beefier than him. And when they put all that weight on you, it's nothing you can do.
Yeah, and he didn't even get to the max weight, did he? I think he had on the night, he probably had about 40 pounds in him, that guy he fought, Jan I fought. Yeah. It was easily a 40-pound difference in there. Who are some of your favourite fighters? Is it Israel Adesanya, or is there some others in mind you look at as a fan?
Huge Connor fan for sure.
Let's not talk Connor. I think He lost me £800 when I betted on him against Dustin Poirier, but that's
man. That fight, I ain't gonna lie. Connor just comes in too like cocky and just too like, I'm going to win this. You know what I'm saying? When you come into a fight with the mindset of just, I'm going to win this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 60. When you come out and say 60-second knockout, and then you get knocked out in the second, it's like,
bruh. And it's like he wasn't even, watching for everything. That's really what it was. He thought it was gonna be a cakewalk, you know what I'm saying? He thought it was gonna be a cakewalk again. And he wasn't guarding everything. Like, he was clearly winning the fight. Winning the fight. But when you walk out too confident, that's why I walk out with no confidence. Well, I walk out with confidence, but I know that I don't have control of everything. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta be ready for whatever is thrown at me. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think he wins the trilogy?
For sure.
Yeah, you think he gets it?
For sure. I think he'll knock him out. He's gonna knock him out by the second. He's gonna knock him out by the second round.
That's a good prediction. I am a similar sort of thing. Like, I think he probably will get him in the trilogy because he's quite good at rematches, isn't he? Like, he's good when he's lost to a guy. He's really good at figuring him out. That's why I'd like to see the Khabib rematch. I think that'd be an interesting one.
Khabib will tear him up.
Yeah, agree to disagree on that one. I'm a big Conor fanboy, a huge Conor fanboy, so I'm a bit arrogant on that side of it. But
Khabib, I like Conor way more than Khabib, but just Khabib is just a killer. I don't know. Conor not a killer to me.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Khabib is just, it's like you can't. I don't know. Did Conor even land a punch on him that match? Honestly, you even land a punch on him that match?
Yeah, there wasn't much. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, there was a picture of Khabib when he was 8 wrestling bears, and then when Conor was 8 actually holding a teddy bear, saying like a difference of mindset. I thought that was quite an interesting way of looking at it.
Facts, not for real.
Do you watch boxing or anything like that? Did you see the death of Marvin Hagler yesterday?
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. That's crazy. It's a legend right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Legend.
Just on season 3, then we just move on to Cobra Kai a little bit more. What would you say is your favorite shooting day from that and your favorite scene?
Season 3. I'm trying to think. Car wash was cool.
That is funny,
but it was just cold. It was just cold.
Yeah, you're filming in like we're winter, aren't you? When you're doing these like in the USA, it's like winter, isn't it?
Yes.
You're playing summer.
We gotta act like it's 90 degrees in the summertime.
Oh god, I don't know how you do it. I'd be freezing. I wouldn't be able to do it. Honestly, that's some great acting.
I'm trying to think. My favorites. Maybe the late. I was really sleepy during the laser tag, but that was really cool. We got to play around in the laser tag.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, they gave us unlimited cards. Like, let's play as many games.
That's amazing.
It was honestly like a child. Like, if I could do that as a child, I'd be because like they let us get any prizes that we wanted. Like, any of the prizes we could take out for any prize we wanted, and then we could play as many games as we wanted.
It was just sort of like would you say is closest to their character on the show? Who would you say when you look at all the characters and the actors on there, who would you say is the closest to the character?
Closest? What you mean, that like their actual personalities?
Like, they're pretty similar to who they are on the show. Because I was trying to think myself, and I couldn't really think of many, to be honest. But like Johnny, like nowhere near William Zack. William Zack is quite like tech savvy. He's done like a few editing videos before and stuff. So okay. I can't say him, but
probably Ralph. He's really, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I thought Ralph. To be fair, I thought Ralph. What was your?
Definitely not Jacob. Jacob's not badass like that for sure.
Isn't it? Who was the best at karate? By curiosity, out of the cast, Tanner. Didn't Tanner Jacob have like a karate match or something? I heard like
it's coming up. I got front row seats. It's coming up.
Oh wow, really? It's coming up. So
at the season, because they not using no headgear or nothing. They just putting gloves on and going at it.
That was going to be an interesting one. That's going to definitely be an interesting one.
So I think Jacob probably has more like Tanner's just like kind of tone. You know what I'm saying? He definitely. I think he's gonna win that match for sure. But it's between Jacob and Tanner. And Gianni has really good kicks.
Wow, really?
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, he got long legs and he's real skinny, so his kicks look really cool.
Who uses their stunt double the least?
All of us. The least.
I can remember seeing an interview with one of the writers say when they all started, none of them knew karate, and they get annoyed now when the stunt doubles have to come in because they really want to do it themselves.
The stunt be fun. That's the best part. But like it be some stuff like that they just like, no, you can't do. No, you can't. You can't do it. I'm sorry. But everybody tries. Any stunt that we can do, we do.
Yeah.
Any stunt that we can do, we do. You know. And I feel like that's what makes the show really good. It's at the end of the so I hit the guy with a fine print pen. So mind you, my stunt double had got like real hot. I don't know why, because we were wearing like Christmas clothes inside. Like, during the, what scene I'm talking about, the battle in the house.
Yeah.
So we were wearing like Christmas sweaters and stuff like that. And my stunt double, he had his pads and stuff on, so he got really hot. And he like overheated, couldn't like almost passed out.
Wow.
So I had to do all my stunts that day. Oh, it was so fun. I took a kick and he threw me into the door. You just see my face. Like, that's what makes the show good, when the stunt double don't have to cover their face like this. And it's just like, oh, and you hit the, you know what I'm saying? That's what makes the show good, when actors are willing to, you know what I'm saying, risk their body for.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like William Zach, I remember seeing an interview with him. He does all his stunts, doesn't he? Like,
Oh yeah, for sure. William Zach does all his stunts. Everybody does their stunts. Ralph does his stunts.
But I think it's amazing as well. Like, I actually seen that Kreese does quite a few stunts, doesn't he? And like he's like 75. It's crazy, man.
He does all his stunts. Yeah. I remember watching him like, you old man. I remember watching we had to we were just sitting along the sides, like just watching him spar somebody, and then it's like, man, this dude's old. They kept telling us to be quiet because he couldn't hear.
Oh, brilliant. What was I gonna say? Who was your favorite? If you wasn't on the show, who would be your favorite character in the Cobra Kai series?
My favorite kid, probably Kreese.
Kreese again, yeah. It's hard not to love Kreese. I mean, he even had that like redemption, didn't he, as well, with the flashbacks as well.
Yeah.
That's really redeemed him for a lot of people as well. Like, everyone like now looks at him as this badass guy, like not really a really bad guy anymore.
Now they understand why he's so. But nah, he's still a bad guy in the show. No matter what he's been through, he still does bad things for no reason.
Yeah, true. You think he's coming around like with the toy thing, and then he does like something crazy, like with the mouse. I can't remember what the mouse's name was, but with Owen, I thought that was really funny. Clarence, that was it. Clarence
with the mice that he fed to the snake.
Yeah, that was pretty badass. You've changed stunt coordinators, haven't you, for season 4? Have you noticed the sort of change in sort of the way that it's been like?
How do you know that? How do you know that?
It come out with the former stunt people that were doing it. I think it was Jan and John. I think it is. I apologize, I've got the name wrong. They come out in an interview and said that they decided to go a different direction. Obviously, don't know who the other guys are, but how has the regiment changed compared to the previous coordinators?
We had a great relationship with Hito Koda. That was our old stunt coordinator. We had a great relationship with him. And he made us work hard. I think that's what it really was. Like, he really made us work hard. I don't really know the new stunt coordinator too well. He's a cool guy. You know what I'm saying? He got his credits is all there. You know what I'm saying? His credits are all there. So, you know what I'm saying? He's talented. But you know.
Yeah. Cool.
We had a Hito, I remember a cool thing about Hito was like he always just be like, "Bruh, it wasn't good enough." Or put his stunt double in. I'm like, no, I'm gonna do it again. I'm like, one second. And then after I do it, I look over at him and he'll just be like, like, you can do it a little better, I think. but yeah, we had really, I mean, it was a really good crew for sure.
Just again, on like the sort of filming and stuff. I've actually, do you have like when obviously when you're out and about in these public places and you're filming and stuff, like say like in the park, say with the Eagle Fang karate scene, it's just a curious question. Do people like try and film you when you're doing it, like outsiders? Like, do you get many spectators outside of the filming trying to like film and stuff?
Nah, we do everything low key.
What are the hours like? Is it like 6 a.m. starts to like say 5 p.m.? Is it, how are the hours like as an actor on Cobra Kai?
12 hours a day. So
Shit.
from 6, so it'd be like from 6 to 6, 7 to 7.
Wow, cool.
Lunch after 6 hours.
Nice, that's pretty good. And that's been the same like every season, has it? And the same including this
Yeah,
year?
but you know, sometimes I have a week off, and sometimes I come in for 3 hours. But I'm talking about the entire crew. They come in for 12 hours. It's always been like that.
Okay. So I get you. Just on Cobra Kai as well. I can imagine Beats gave you a lot of notoriety as well. But I mean, Cobra Kai, especially when it moved to Netflix. I mean, how much of a difference did you notice in yourself, like follow again and
Well,
sort of
with me,
people?
like Beast didn't get the amount of push that it could have got. You know what I'm saying? Like Beast is an amazing movie, but like Netflix just want to fuck. Can I curse? I'm tweeting.
Yeah, curse all you want. Yeah, fine.
But like Netflix wasn't fucking with me, like literally. Netflix wasn't fucking with us. Like they didn't post us not one time on their page. They posted us twice on Strong Black League, but it was just like they didn't really promote the movie that well. So, and especially they didn't tag me anything, you know what I'm saying? And it just wasn't that pushed. It was a great movie. A lot of people saw it.
Yeah.
But it didn't get the push that it deserved. So a lot of people they watch Cobra Kai and they're like, oh, it's the same guy. Like, well, let me go look up his Instagram. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And then also my cast members, they tag and post me all the time too. So, you know, that helps with the notoriety a lot. But
do you have any sort of projects coming up that obviously you can't talk about the names, I guess, but do you have any projects coming up that you have working on?
I don't. I'm on hold for a couple stuff, but not nothing just fully in the works now.
Real. Just a final few questions from me. I appreciate the time. Obviously, we spoke about possibly doing like a film or something like with shoes or something like that. What would your dream role be as an actor?
Dream role? My dream role. I don't know. I'd love to be on a show like Power or something like that.
Yes.
For sure. Like a show like Power or something. I would love to be on a show like that. Dream role? I don't really have dream role. I love that you know, a lot of you know, Black people, we get typecasted for different roles, you know what I'm saying? You know, the gangbanger role, the thug role, something like that. And off rip, my first 2 roles was a guy with PTSD and a guy and a kid from LA in Cobra Kai. You know what I'm saying? So like I immediately branched away from the average role, you know what I'm saying, for a guy like myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm thankful that that's my dream role. I want to do roles that most people my age and where I come from won't do. You know what I'm saying? Or don't want the opportunity to do. I want to do roles like that.
Really, like Hawk says, flipping the script on what is a sort of stereotype, what you meant to do.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, man. Just on Power, I know you mentioned Power. Have you watched the new season of Power Ghost?
Of course I watched it. It's amazing. They're shooting Tommy's one. I forgot what it's called.
Chicago or something like that, innit?
They're shooting it here. They're shooting it in my city.
Oh shit, really?
I'm from Chicago. I'm a White Sox fan. You know?
Brilliant. Love that. When you said like White Sox fan, when did you get into basketball? I've got a friend who watches NBA and a big NBA fan. When did you get into that?
Basketball. My dad didn't really let me play basketball as a kid because he wanted me to do different. I don't blame him. Like he didn't want me to do the average things. I just kind of gravitated towards it. You know, in grammar school when I was in like 6th, 7th, 8th grade, like we didn't have gym teachers. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have gym teachers in our schools. So they just gave us balls and I don't know homo, but they just give us balls and let us play. You know what I'm saying? Just let us go at it. So that's when I really fell in love with basketball, because it was either you got to get raw at it, or you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be on the sidelines. You know what I'm saying? So I think just playing basketball with everybody from my school and stuff like that, it just made me love it.
Yeah, my mate Joe would kill me if I didn't ask you this. Who are your favorite players?
You say what?
My mate Joe would kill me if I didn't ask you this. Who are your favorite players in the team?
From right now?
Yeah.
That plays on what team? Just
Chicago.
In the NBA period?
Chicago.
Oh, I love Zach LaVine. What? He's just first All-Star. This is his first year in the All-Star game. What? He's been snubbed for like 6-7 years now. Zach LaVine by far. But in the NBA, it's all around. Like, let's see. I like Kyrie a lot.
Kyrie Irving.
I love Kyrie.
Yeah.
Derrick Rose, of course, all-time player. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you watch much of Stephen A? Like, because he does he has a lot of takes on NBA. And
Stephen A is
hilarious.
Steve, between him and Max, between him and Max, they're hilarious on the show.
Definitely, like tremendous. I'm not an NBA fan, but like watching NBA, like Stephen Smith rant on NBA and NFL.
Yeah,
it's hard not to watch because
boxing too. He be on everything. Boxing, UFC.
Yeah, I can't lie. To be fair, when he gets on an MMA side and he starts talking a lot of rubbish, I'm like, why is he doing this? But
you don't even know what he's talking about. You don't even. You're an NBA specialist. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. That was it from me. Jack, I don't know if you got anything else to add.
Yeah, no. The only last question I want to ask is, I'm a big music fan myself, and I took quite a lot of notice into the soundtrack of season 3. Have you listened to that? Is there any tracks on there that you think was the best? I think for me, it was the song they played when Tori walks into the to the Laser Quest, and it sort of just drops, and it's just like, and it's just like lights on there, and it was just shivers down my spine. Is there any songs on that for you that I like that?
And the ending scene, and I can feel it coming in the air tonight. And we all coming out, and we seeing each other, and we dapping up. You know what I'm saying? I see my boy and I hug him. You know what I'm saying? That's a dope scene, and the music was fitting perfect. And also in the scene with in the Christmas scene, when we were fighting in the house, and they were playing like a fighting fast Christmas jingle bell type thing, and that was raw. That was kind of cool.
For sure. Well, Khalil, this has been an absolute honor. I've really enjoyed this. You've had some great stories to tell. It's been a great laugh. Thank you for coming on. Is there anything else you'd like to
add? No, man. Y'all just follow me on Instagram at Khalil Everage, and that's about it.
Brilliant. Well, thank you for your time, Khalil. It's been an absolute honor. Again, thank you. Appreciate the time.
Sure. Thanks for having me, man.
No problem. All our pleasure. Hello and welcome back to the Back of a Band podcast. I'm your host, Charlie Walden, and also journalist and owner of Spy Media, Chesterfield-run media company. I'm asking you today, why are you not watching? Why are you not listening to the Back of a Band podcast?
Oh, don't get all high and mighty, LaRusso. It was your Stuart Diaz. We read what you said.
We're on Spotify, we're on YouTube, we're on iTunes, we're on Google Podcasts. What are you doing?
I sat down with Rick Astley.
Want me in your LLC because I'm going to pull pranks on your employees.
Nah, I thought that were my only problem. Like, that's a bit too unrealistic.
Every Friday, me and John McGlade chop it up. We have an occasional chat about what's going on in the world. Anything you can think of, we're talking about it.
And I was honored to be part of that, man. It was really a lot of fun.
He's always been drunk, man. I was in a fight.
Would you say you miss being like in the field of a journalist?
And maybe it was terrible, I don't know, but like I just love it all, really. I get into so many different genres.
We have guests on, occasional guests. You could be going from Cobra Kai actors to journalists across the world. and also, of course, some interesting stories, and most importantly, good laughs. In fact, one of my favourite, I'm wearing a Cobra Kai even hoodie here.
Yeah.
Don't forget to listen and watch the Forever Band podcast.